The AR-15 has been a quintessential piece of Americana for over 6 decades. This bill would recognize its most common configuration as our country's national gun. Why is that important? Because the Second Amendment is as American a right as freedom of speech, or religion, or even the press. Father, we need to send a message to the American public that weakening the Second Amendment will likely increase that other rights will be taken as well.
The AR-15 has been a quintessential piece of Americana. It certainly has. No notes for Alabama Congressman Barry Moore on that front. Just take a look at this map. It shows mass shootings in America dating back nearly 11 years, all involving AR-15 rifles. This isn't even a complete list, largely because there have been so many mass shootings involving AR-15s that a complete list would make it kind of difficult to actually see the map. According to the Gun Violence Archive, AR-15 rifles have been the gun of choice in about 150 shootings in the past 365 days alone. So yes, the AR-15 rifle has become a quintessential, albeit horrific piece of our uniquely American story. But Congressman Barry Moore's point was not that we should loosen the death grip that the AR-15 has on our culture. Congressman Moore wants to tighten the grip. Yesterday, Congressman Moore visited a gun shop in Troy, Alabama, to essentially pledge allegiance to the rifle of the United States of America. He revealed a new bill he is proposing that would make the AR-15 the national gun of America. You heard that correctly. The House of Representatives has not yet received the entire text of that bill, but who knows? It may end up winning support from certain current Republican members. Earlier this month, just ahead of the State of the Union, certain House Republicans began wearing assault rifle lapel pins, sort of like American flag pins that are worn as a show of patriotism. Among House Republicans proudly sporting the pin was embattled Congressman George Santos, who, by the way, actually co-sponsored this National Gun of America bill with Congressman Barry Moore. Georgia Congressman Andrew Clyde says he's the one who handed out the rifle pins to his Republican colleagues, just days after a series of mass shootings in California that left more than a dozen people dead and several others critically wounded. Those mass shootings prompted another round of congressional debates about firearm restrictions. Clyde said he doled out the pins to remind people of the Second Amendment and of the Constitution and how important it is in preserving our liberties, though it is unclear if the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are prioritized in his list of liberties. Now, you should know that Congressman Clyde also makes millions of dollars selling military-style rifles, body armor, and ammunition at his gun store in Athens, Georgia. So it's possible that he has more at stake in the debate over gun reform than just the preservation of liberties. As to whether Congressman Moore's bill to make the AR-15 the national gun of America will pass a divided Congress, well, your guess on that is as good as mine. But the real question is, does it even need to? Do we need a piece of legislation to tell us that the AR-15 is the national gun of America? Nearly every mass shooting in this country shows us that it already is. And there is almost nothing that Congress has done so far that will change that.